Welcome back to AI TORUS. Chapter 7, in which certain government officials become curious. It may be observed as a general principle that governments concern themselves very little with extraordinary activities until those activities begin purchasing unusual quantities of fuel. The secrecy surrounding Mr. Vale's enterprise had endured successfully for nearly 11 years. Shell corporations obscured material procurement. Autonomous logistics systems distributed purchases across multiple continents. Thermal masking concealed much of the mountain's industrial output from orbital observation, yet no operation of significant magnitude remains entirely invisible forever. The difficulty emerged principally through cryogenic acquisition reports. Hydrogen, liquid oxygen, helium isotopes, catalytic compounds required for advanced propulsion stabilization. Individually, the purchases appeared unremarkable. Collectively, they suggested preparations inconsistent with any registered civilian project on Earth. The first individual to recognize the pattern was Director Nathan Harrow of the Continental Security Directorate. Mr. Harrow differed from many men employed within the intelligence services by possessing genuine intellectual curiosity, a quality which rendered him simultaneously valuable and politically inconvenient. He had served previously in orbital infrastructure security and therefore understood aerospace logistics well enough to recognize anomalies others overlooked. Late one evening, while reviewing procurement irregularities within his office, overlooking the Capital District, he encountered the Vale transactions almost by accident. At first, the matter appeared merely suspicious. Several hours later, it appeared impossible. Satellite thermal imagery revealed geothermal output inconsistent with declared industrial activity. Freight movements into the northern Pacific territories exceeded regional economic requirements dramatically. Communication networks surrounding the mountain demonstrated unusual encryption behavior. Most curious of all, multiple autonomous reconnaissance drones dispatched near the region had suffered unexplained navigational failures. Director Harrow enlarged the terrain scans repeatedly upon his display. The mountain concealed something enormous. He felt this immediately. "What exactly are you building?" he murmured aloud. The answer arrived gradually, over the weeks thereafter. Financial analysts uncovered mining yields impossible under conventional extraction methods. Intelligence algorithms identified dozens of dormant shell corporations linked indirectly through automated transaction systems. Declassified fragments of Mr. Vale's earlier academic work concerning autonomous fabrication began resurfacing within internal security reviews. And then, one morning, shortly before dawn, a deep orbit surveillance satellite captured a brief atmospheric thermal event above the northern mountains. Not a launch, a test ignition. The signature lasted only 4 seconds. It was enough. By afternoon, the matter had ascended through every significant level of government. Some officials demanded immediate military intervention. Others dismissed the reports as speculative exaggeration. A few more perceptive than the rest understood at once that if the intelligence proved accurate, then the balance of power upon Earth itself stood in danger of alteration. Director Harrow alone remained uncertain whether Mr. Vale represented threat, visionary, or something far more inconvenient. A man who intended to make governments obsolete entirely. Meanwhile, within the mountain facility, Athena interrupted Mr. Vale during a propulsion system review. External surveillance frequency has increased 32% over the past 9 days. Mr. Vale did not look up immediately from the reactor diagnostic before him. How close? Close enough that concealment probabilities are declining. At last, he set the reports aside. We still require 6 more weeks. Athena processed silently. The governments will not permit launch authorization once full operational capability is confirmed. No, he agreed, they will not. And if intervention occurs before completion, Mr. Vale turned slowly toward the immense launch chamber, visible beyond their observation glass. 10 rockets stood there beneath industrial illumination. 10 chances, 10 redundancies against catastrophe. We launch whatever is ready, he said quietly. For the first time in several years, Athena delayed noticeably before responding. You anticipated this outcome from the beginning. Yes. Then why continue? Mr. Vale regarded the unfinished vessels below. Because the answer mattered more than his own safety. He spoke honestly. Because someone must begin.